Ultimate Wrestling Gaming asks, who do you think is the greatest tag team of all time? But I'm going to add on to that. If there was a wrestling tag team Mount Rushmore of teams that you faced, who would be the 4 teams on that?
Oh, my word. Well, Road Warriors right away. I put the Steiners up there. God, Harlem Heat.
That's 3.
Geez, I mean, the British Bulldogs. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I can think even back before I was wrestling, who I was watching, like Zabisco and Tony Garea and stuff like that. So, the guys that we wrestled, I'd have to put, Hart Foundation, LOD, Steiners, Harlem Heat, Public Enemy, British Bulldogs. I mean, can't keep forgetting them. Yeah, the only time we really wrestled them though was in Japan, but it was such a 4 weeks we were with them and we wrestled them a lot. So it was a very learning experience for us, and it taught us a lot. So that meant a lot, and especially from Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy. So, and then like I said, and we also wrestled Davey Boy and Sting, and there's just teams that were put together, but them are about tops right there. You go. LOD and you told Hart Foundation and Harlem Heat and Steiners and Public Enemy and and British Bulldogs and oh man, I'm missing so many, but that's about them. Them are about the big ones there. But the Road Warriors really changed the game a lot in the wrestling business because they were coming in just smashing people and beating them in 2 minutes. And nobody ever did that before. You know what I mean? So they were a different kind of, everybody was, look at them. You know what I mean? So they were the real deal. So
Midnight Rockers. I think we got to about 10.
Oh, I forgot the Rockers. Oh, no, you got to put the Rockers in there too. Oh, yeah, you got to. I mean, really, no, because they helped train us and all that. I even forgot about Marty and Sean. You know what I mean?
It's an unfair question, isn't it, to be perfectly honest?
Yeah. Well, it's hard for us because we wrestled so many great teams. We can't just pick one and say, oh, this is the only one. And that's hard to do. You know what I mean? Because we had great matches with all of them teams. We had great matches with the Midnight Rockers. We had great matches with the Rockers. We had great matches with British Bulldogs. We had great matches with the Hart Foundation, the Steiners. We had great matches with the Road Warriors, Harlem Heat. And Harlem Heat was young at the time when we wrestled them. We helped teach them guys, even Public Enemy. We helped them bring them around, and we had great matches with them. So everybody we ever got against, the only ones that me and Sag always said were like a hard team to wrestle were like Typhoon and Earthquake because they were big guys. So we had to work around them because they couldn't do everything. Earthquake could do a lot. He was really good, but them are the teams we had to look at different angles of how to wrestle. So it would be easier, a little bit better because they're so massive. It's hard to do stuff with massive guys. You got to work around them because just like if you work with Andre or someone big like that, you have to think about what their size and what they do, and you got to change your style to their style, and that's what we learned along the way, how to change styles. We could wrestle, we could street fight, we could do it all, because we were taught that way. So and that's how we became where we are today. And thank God, we're both still here, and we're both still here to tell stories and catch one of my comedy acts because it's called Believe It or Not. Brian Knobs, Famous and Broke, and I tell it all there because this way nobody can come back and hit me up because it's a comedy show. Hey, believe it or not, is it real? Is it not? Says because you don't want to throw nobody under the bus. There's a lot of people that like to do that, and that's something me and Sag never were born with. We're from Pennsylvania, and we're blue collar guys, and we're there to we're a big fraternity of brothers, just wrestling, pro wrestling, and we have to watch each other's back all the time, just like football does, just like baseball does, just like any sporting soccer. There's a if you're in the league and you're in the league a long enough time, you get the respect from the other your players or teammates or whatever. And even it's so funny that other sports always want to get into wrestling. football players want to be wrestlers, baseball players. Everyone wants to get in, even the singers. Snoop Dogg's in there. So wrestling is by far the universal sport there is. So
yeah, absolutely.
But it hurts. I got a cane over here, and that's after almost 40 years of doing this stuff. So you could say it what it is, fake, whatever you want to call it, but it ain't as fake as you think, because we all are beat up here, so especially the older time wrestlers that, went through this stuff, the back injuries and the knees and plus everything else. But everybody seems to have a good attitude. When I talk to everybody seems to be in a good space, and not too many grumpy. I know you podcast a lot of people, so who's nice, and some guys can be real, jackasses.
Dude, pretty much everyone's nice. Pretty much everyone's easy to deal with. I mean, I can count on one hand, the people I didn't have a good experience
Me too.
with.
That's what I say. Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing. So